Hello amigos, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy III. This is your host, Tails Faraga. We're starting the water cave today. Let's just get right into it. On the last run I had of the water cave, actually something happened. I got a back attack and couldn't run away, and therefore I died. I don't know if I've actually explained back attack in a previous video. If I did, forgive me, but the next time I get a back attack, just randomly, I'm going to keep that part of the video in. Just for the sole reason so I can explain the mechanics behind getting attacked from the rear. We're getting boarded from the rear, folks. Anyway, I don't want to use too much MP in this dungeon because the boss of this place is kind of sort of a jerk, but I mean, still, we can afford to use like a few spells and stuff, like just a general ice spell to make the battle slightly easier. You'll notice now that these level 1 and level 2 black magic spells are becoming less and less useful. And I actually read somewhere, remember when I was complaining about the Nepto Shrine and how there was a guy in the LP archives that absolutely loves the place because it's brutally difficult and whatnot? That's the same guy, I think, that said that black magic throughout the majority of this game is pretty ineffective against things, and I really can't argue with that. I mean, I really can't. Black magic is good, but however, you're not going to be using too much of it. It's not really all that effective as it is in later games. We have incredibly broken spells like Meteor and whatnot. And to tell the truth, the Black Mage job class in itself, well, obviously it's a low-level job class to begin with, since we got it, like, what, after finding the Wind Crystal? Was that the Wind Crystal? Can't even remember now.
This door was built to guard the altar of water, but only a maiden of water can open it.
Okay. So we open the door, or unseal the door. Super. Alright, let's go. And we're going further into the water cave. The enemies here are Ropers, Twin Heads, and I believe Algireps. But Algirept won't appear until later floors in this dungeon. And let's just cast Bolt. Note that we have Ice 3 as a level 4 spell. So you may be wondering, does that mean that the other level 3 spells or the other elemental spells like Ice 3 are level 4 spells? And I'm here to tell you, no. No, they are not. Actually, I believe Bolt 3 is a level 5 spell, and Fire 3 is a level 6 spell. Ice 3 has its uses. I don't know why they introduce it so early. I mean, to be honest, the MP system of this game never really made much sense to me to begin with, but I mean, I grew up playing Final Fantasy IV, so that MP and spell system makes a bit more sense to me. This one is kind of like mixing Final Fantasy, where you have multiple spells that you can spend your MP on, and Pokemon, where MP is allotted to certain spells. And you guys probably understand what I mean by this, like, if you think about it a bit. I mean, this game works surprisingly a little bit like Pokemon, really. I mean, and not just the whole, oh, there's a party system, you have to knock the opponent's HP down to 0, and then you win. That's not just like that. It's also something along the lines of, Well, actually, what do I mean? Something along the lines of more enemies. I forgot to introduce twin heads to you. These are twin heads. They have 2 heads. It's exactly what it says on the label of the can. And, that being said, they're among the more annoying enemies in this dungeon due to the fact that they have kind of high attack power. It won't show that they have kind of high attack power, but if they get like a 3-hit or something, then, that might not bode well, even for our, defense-oriented Leo right here. And actually, I wonder if I should equip the, Knight's chainmail, the Knight's armor and stuff onto Leo right now, since we won't be encountering any, actually, what, he's got flame mail equipped, so I think we're gonna need the flame mail, really, but I really can't tell. I can't be the judge of things. Now that Mikey is going into his, low health stance, despite having over 100 points of health. Yeah, that's one of the things about, having such a high HP party member and stuff, is that they will, go into that prone animation a bit, earlier than other party members. And, therefore, they are actually, rather easy for the Knight Jump class to, help protect. But anyway, that doesn't matter because we win. We won! Hooray! For some odd reason, I've been going to TV tropes a lot lately and stuff, and... Oh! Venomous toads. These are a new enemy, actually. If I remember correctly, in later versions they're called Gigantoad. I'm not actually sure, but anyway, it's, like I said, exactly as it says on the tin. They are, venomous frogs. They will most likely poison party members with various spells and attacks and whatnot. And therefore, it's essential that we, kill them before they kill us. Same goes for a lot of enemies in this game, kill them before they kill us. But these ones have a tendency to cast venom, so... really wish there was a bit more to say about these enemies, really, but they're just typical frogs. I mean, I think we're going to encounter a couple of these a bit later in the game as well, but... Oh! That's what I mean by the defending thing and stuff. Yeah, I think it's if a party member has less than 25% of their health, then they go into the prone animation. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's how it works, because, no, I remember both the enemies and the party members will probably have more HP by this point as, well, in the DS version, I think. So actually, if anybody is, playing along in their DS version of the game, I don't know why you would ever be doing that, but if one of you is playing along in your DS version of the game, and you notice, something, please tell me in the comments section. Anyway, these enemies are very annoying. Very annoying. Ha ha ha. Luckily, nunchucks to the face usually kills frogs very easily. I know from experience. I'm a professional frog defeater. I defeat frogs in various challenges and duels. And our Knight of the Zodiac has just been restored his health. His health has been restored. And then he drives off in his 1950s Ford. What are we talking about, even? I don't even know anymore. So, I think, actually, instead of, restoring... with the, blood sword, instead of restoring health equivalent to a bit of, the damage you deal and stuff, I think it's actually, relative to your max health, because if you notice, even when we've been doing, low amounts of damage, like 89 damage or something like that, we're still getting 12 hit points back. And I bet a lot of people are going to disagree with me that the blood sword has its uses. I think the blood sword has its uses. Let's see, we've got 10 HP there. So maybe not. I don't know. This game changes constantly every time I play. No, we got 11 HP there, so yeah, it's a roughly something rather amount of HP per max health. I don't even know. We need an antidote. Do we have an antidote? No, we don't. So, I'm wondering, are any of you guys out in the audience fans of the Mighty Mighty Bosstones? And for those who don't know who the Mighty Mighty Bosstones are, I'm not even going to explain them to you. You just search for their songs for yourself, and alright, as I was saying before Brady interrupted, yeah, just do a search for the Mighty Mighty Bosstones. You'll probably like them. They're a likable band. And you might even recognize some of those. Yeah, I'm not even sure why I try to explain things while walking around in a game where every enemy encounter is a random encounter, because I'm cutting random encounters out. So why would I need to talk about things in a game with random encounters? I don't even know. We didn't even get potions, did we? Well, alright. What I'm gonna do here is Scholar's Robe. And is Raph equipped with a Scholar's Robe? No. Let's fix that then. I guess we can only equip him with a Kentogi. And nothing else. Wait, I wonder, how much attack power does he have without, No, he still needs his nunchucks in order to do, optimal damage, then I guess. It really is with monks, it really is a game of equipping and unequipping constantly. Alright, so we're running low on HP. I guess I'll keep this battle in then, because I don't know, I'm stupid. I like to keep battles in. And besides, we get a preemptive strike. It's not like they can do much of any damage to us anyway. But anyway, I was on for some odd reason, I've been going to TV tropes quite a bit lately and stuff, to see various things, and I remember reading once on TV tropes that there's apparently like some, and this is where I recognize the roper enemies from and stuff. There's apparently something out on the internet called the Monster Girl Encyclopedia, which I've checked it out. It is not safe for work, let me just say that, or at least the descriptions and text and stuff. The drawings, for the most part, are, I guess, but apparently there's also a visual novel hentai game thing based on it as well. Right. You're probably going to ask me how I know this. Well, to be frank, it was just out of curiosity and oh, cockatrice. These things are cockatrice. They are like basilisk enemies. And they cast petrification status. That's why they're just called cockatrice in this version, actually. That amuses me. But anyway, you guys are probably wondering, oh, how do I know this and stuff? And it's just from curiosity, just clicking around on sites. And you can sometimes find things that are really bizarre, and some things that you never really wanted to know about in the first place. Wait, did we bring elixirs? Okay, so Leo has been hit by slowing petrify. What slowing petrify status is, or it's later just called petrify in some of the games and stuff, it will slowly petrify the character over time. Alright, I think there's something if we go up the upper path. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Go up the upper path. And Algirepts, or Algaria, as they're apparently called in this game. I think they might be weak to ice. Let's try that. Well, they do have the term rept in it, which usually denotes reptiles, so... Oh. And we 5-hit them anyway, so that's just fantastic, really. We're dealing quite a bit more damage in this video, actually. Oh, 69 health. Oh. Ice doesn't do anything to them. Okay, then. Either that or ice somehow missed, because spells have a tendency to occasionally backfire in this game. I'm not sure if they actually did anything like that in the DS version. Which is another reason why this version is more difficult. Back attack. Okay, so what a back attack is pretty much you see how the rows have been changed. Note that Leo and Mikey are in the back row, and that Dawn and Raph are in the front row. It pretty much is what it is. The enemies have attacked from behind, and therefore, our rows have been swapped. Temporarily, of course, but our rows have been swapped. In the back row, notice that our attacks will miss a bit more than they would in the front row. I think if I remember correctly, being in the front row actually increases accuracy and attacking power, but sacrifices defense. As if you didn't already get that from the way that we are getting wailed on by these enemies. For mages, you really want to keep them in the back row, though, not likely, because putting them in the front row, even though it will increase the amount of damage they deal, won't really do anything because they don't deal that much damage to begin with. Let's cure. Actually, no, we won't kill these enemies before we cure, never mind. There's 4 of them. There's 4 of them, you idiot! 4 of them! 4 of them? More like 4 of them. No. That's enough of me doing things. I'll be over here if you need me. But you see, Mikey's still taking damage regardless, so... And I don't think this dungeon has anything like a healing spring halfway in. Either, unlike the Awakening Cave, or whatever the first dungeon we went to was, which about halfway in it had a healing spring to revive our health and MP. Now, one thing I do need to note about is some of the job classes have changes in the DS version, things that they didn't have in this version of the game. For example, some of you who are used to the DS version may have taken notice recently to the fact that our knight can't cast white magic. And you may be thinking, what is this business? In the DS version, knights could cast level 1 white magic. Well, this isn't the DS version, children. This is the Nintendo Entertainment System version. And it's quite a bit harder. Alright. So we've got an elixir... I know what I'm gonna do. Alright, so we're gonna use Dawn to completely restore our party's health. And you may be thinking, what? You're using up all your MP. Why would you do a thing like that? You probably scream at me through your monitors. Well... Congrats, we have all of our MP back. And we have a bit of level 5 MP now. That's it. That was a healing spring, wasn't it? What we're about to look at is probably a healing spring. Is it? Is it? Because I saw a dead end with some water. at the end of the dead end. There's water at the bottom of the ocean. Enough quoting the talking heads for a while, but, oh god, we just wasted an elixir, didn't we? Elixirs are in kind of a rare supply and stuff, similar to Phoenix Downs, except elixirs are even more rare. For the most part, you won't need to use elixirs, and I probably didn't need to use elixirs anyway. They are nice to have in case you really do need them, in case you are, like, incredibly magic intensive in your party, and suddenly your, mage that you need to use in order to beat a certain opponent runs out of MP for an attack. What do? Well, obviously you don't do what I just did. You wait until you know for a fact that there's a healing spring in this place. Is there a healing spring? No! And there's no treasure chest either. So in other words, we really did waste our time going up that upper path. Well, actually, it wasn't too much of a waste of time, because we did get some, experience out of it. I really hate these back attacks, though. They are a real bummer, really. To be honest, however, Leo is dealing quite a bit of damage now. He can do 5-hit combos on enemies. I actually don't know how many hits you can deal at max in this game, but 5 hits is pretty good damage, and I remember in the DS version I averaged around 23 hits. 23 hits with 2 weapons equipped by the end of the game. And, yeah, that's a 4-hit attack, and that was pretty powerful. That was actually very potent. You know, it's kind of like those farts you get after you eat, like, a lot of Taco Bell, and then suddenly you can't really hold it in all that much, so you're desperately... Oh, you know what? It's even better? Broccoli farts. And that's really something I don't really get. A lot of people attribute being a fat, smelly, disgusting slob as being unhealthy. And yet, if you notice, if you have an unhealthy diet, your farts and your poo don't smell as bad as if you actually eat your fruits and vegetables. That is just really odd, and I mean, it's kind of like the way the cat crap smells and stuff, because they, for the most part, they have a diet of cat kibble, which has more nutrients than their body has room for, and water. And speaking of drinks... Did I really get out of a, sorry, that was a burp. But did I really just get out of a discussion about poop? Yes, I did. Now, recently I noticed something, my dad's the one that does the grocery shopping, and, because I'm not usually awake at that time, so my dad and my brother do the, grocery shopping, and... Oh, more algae reps. This shouldn't deal too much damage. I can finish this story. Okay, I can begrudgingly finish this story. But anyway, so he brings home the thing of potato buds, you know, the instant mashed potatoes. Just add, pretty much just add water and milk. Water, milk, and butter, I think, and that's pretty much how you do it and stuff. I don't know, I've never read the instructions, but I did notice when I was reading the back of the box that there were instructions for microwaving it, and I never knew that at first, but apparently you can take potato buds and microwave them, and have yourself mashed potatoes at any time. Which, honestly, I don't know why I didn't realize that sooner, because I love mashed potatoes. I'm not gonna lie, mashed potatoes and gravy is probably my favorite food ever. Well, besides all my other favorite foods ever, like tacos, macaroni and cheese, pizza, and the stuff they serve at the Japanese steakhouse, where you can dip it into yum yum sauce, and God, that yum yum sauce makes everything taste better. Like, I don't know if I told you guys already about it, but I went to a Japanese steakhouse. I tried broccoli in the yum yum sauce, ate it, loved it. Tried mushrooms in the sauce, ate them, loved them. Eventually had hallucinations about the Burger King on fire singing "What is Love," but I ate them, and I loved them. And I don't actually know what it is. I think it may have been zucchini? I'm not sure. You can definitely tell that I don't know my vegetables. Which is odd, because I'm a vegetable. I'm not gonna lie, I have no brainwave activity or activity in general at all. And you know what, I'm gonna take a little bit of time to throw this out and stuff. You know that Mega Man fan game I'm working on? Well, I've been trying desperately to think up of some kind of theme in Famitracker. I can't do it. I can't work with Famitracker for Mega Man fan game music. If anyone else can, that would be brilliant. And you know that guy that was heckling me a long time ago? You know, back during the whole Rapture incident and stuff? That guy, like Nintendo 8VG? I'm going to admit that he is incredible with Famitracker, alright? Still doesn't make me like the chap, but then again, it's hard to get on my good side when you come to my videos giving me no constructive criticism whatsoever. Apparently trolls do think that just going to somebody's video and saying that they suck is constructive criticism, but that doesn't really follow the guidelines, and honestly, if you actually have to resort to trolling as the best way of entertaining yourself, really? Get a life. I mean, I was a forum troll at one point, alright? Some people may have known that. I bet most people don't, but some people may have. And actually, it was around that time. Actually, I forgot when. I think it was like in 7th grade, 8th grade maybe? I don't know, I'm in 12th grade now, so that it was quite a long time ago. But anyway. And also, I remember, I never really liked authority. It's gonna be kind of odd, because I like having authority over other people, but I don't respect authority. Like, a teacher is going to tell me to do something, and for some odd reason, I just can't bring myself to do it, despite the fact that the teacher told me to do it, so I probably should do it, and yet I can't really well, this is a problem I only have with a computer programming class and stuff, because in all honesty, computer programming class is kind of, it's quite a bit of review anyway. I mean, to be honest, ooh, Java. Java's nifty. But now we're gonna go back to C++ soon, and I'm just like, dude, really? Do we have to go to C++? Man, and my boss at ChronoX is probably gonna have a heart attack about this, but I don't like C++. I don't like working with C++. I don't know, for some reason, I just don't. Then again, the only computer programming language I really like is the Game Maker computer programming language and stuff. Because you can actually do something in it. There, we've just used about 1/3 of our MP already just to heal the party, but we should have... Continuing on. But yeah. But, back on the, okay, and we're back. back in the 7th grade and stuff, I was also a member of Damaged Forums as well. And some people might know me from there, and might absolutely hate my guts from there. And, you know what, I'm going to tell this story regardless of whether we get attacked from the rear anyway. There is a guy on, and I don't know if I've actually talked about this and stuff. I was a forum noob, as well as somewhat of a troll of forums as well, heckling people just for kicks and stuff. And I really don't get satisfaction out of that anymore, because, to be honest, I mean, why would I have in the first place? If that's the way I was, then I was an idiot back then. And this is going to be a long video, I can tell, but, anyway, I got banned from Damaged Forums by this guy named Space Yoshi X, and at the time, I had absolutely despised Space Yoshi X because of that. Does that mean that the games that he made, because Space Yoshi X was a game maker as well, in addition to having a comic called Mega Man EXE, I think it is, on Drunk Duck, which, I mean, just because I had a bit of a grudge against the guy, does that mean that I hated everything he did? Does that mean that I ate, slept, and breathed despise for the guy? No. Alright, and I don't get why anyone would do that in the first place. And do you know why I don't despise him? Because he was just doing his job. And, oh, I've got a pen clicking up against the, I've got a pen clicking up, and it's a pencil. Damn it, man. I am an idiot. But you guys already knew that. And I'm your idiot. Okay, so Dawn gets healed. Okay, that should be good. I think the boss is up ahead. And I don't realize that, like, when you yell at the police, so if I don't really realize why people run into the police in the yell at the police in the first place. You know, it's just like, oh, I got arrested, this policeman is totally stupid and stuff, and it's just like, no. You're the stupid one, you got your sorry ass arrested. Alright, I don't think the policeman is the stupid one for doing their job. And, honestly, you're neurotic, possibly psychotic, definitely idiotic, and totally not exotic. Now, that being said, I don't always agree with the United States of America's legal system and stuff, because I recently, I don't know, the United States of America the United States is a great place. You wouldn't know that from some of our legal system and some of our government. But it is a nice place. You wouldn't know that from some of our polluted streets, but it's a nice place. It really depends on where in the place you are. And anyway, the water crystal. Okay. Crystal of water, take back the light. Elliot, return the shard's light to the crystal. No! Yep, Elliot just pushed us out of the way of an arrow. And has a romantic relationship with Leah. You were lucky my cursed arrow didn't get you, Light Warriors. It's a quick killer. Sent by Sir Zonde to shatter the crystal of water. I am Kraken! Perish! No, you killed the attractive one. This is the Kraken. Hey, what's crackin', Kraken? Normally I would be making an onslaught of puns, but you just killed somebody. So I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you until you die from it. Do you understand that, Kraken? You will not survive. Now the Kraken has an annoying gimmick and stuff. He likes to cast level 2 spells. As usual for bosses, because, to be honest, at this point, why wouldn't they like to spam level 2 spells? They're quick, they're powerful, they deal a bit of damage, hence why they're powerful. And suddenly, the amount of damage we were doing on that first turn has suddenly given way to crappy amounts of damage this turn. Hooray! Well, let's use another ice spell. Alright, bolt and youch. Well, luckily we've got the blood sword there, so, I mean, I guess we can keep on keeping on. Somewhat, I mean, but I mean... This is a boss fight that I have quite a bit of trouble on, usually. Is it weak to electricity, by the way? Well, seeing as it's a gigantic squid man, I'd assume that it would be weak to electricity. Most gigantic squid men I know are, but... Alright, 54, that was absolutely pathetic. So really we can only hope that we can deal enough damage to... Oh, hey, wait. Oh, hey, wait! Wait! No. Don't heal Mikey yet. I know what we can do! We got a free use of bolt, too. Just a free use right there. The free trial version of bolt, too. Oh. Never mind! Kraken's dead! If you thought that was quick compared to Hein, you were right. What's that scene? Elia! The light has been returned to the crystal. I couldn't have done it without you. Don't speak. Please, take these. These are jobs that the, crystal of water had. Damn it, I'm ruining this good moment by stuttering. Elia, get up! No, I'm done for. Please go and restore peace. For my sake, too. Elia! Goodbye. Elia! Why did you die? This would be a legit sad moment if it wasn't for the fact that I'm ruining this by commenting on it, and... Oh? What happened? An earthquake! Run! No, we can't leave Elia. Look out! We vanished! And what did this earthquake do? We brought the continents back up. There's a ship in the harbor. Huh? You're awake? You've been asleep for 3 days. Where are we? This is Amur, the town of water. Grandpa found you lying unconscious in the Temple of Water. Those 3 whole days. So much has changed in 3 days. Oh wow. So, in case you were confused as to what happened, Elia died. Elia, probably the most attractive, well, one of the most attractive characters in the Final Fantasy universe, died. If we'd have taken that arrow for her, then... Wait, how did she... Why couldn't we have just, like, put up a shield or something? That's what I'm wondering. But, oh well, that was a very sad moment. I remember the first time that I played this game, actually, I was kind of crying. Final Fantasy is one of those games that, for some odd reason, I do have a bit of an emotional bond to some of the characters. Oh! We can't board the boat. It's been chained up. I wonder who did it. Well, we've just had a sad moment and a very long recording session, so I figured that we should end this off here while my controller drops onto the floor. Until Till next time, everybody. I'll see you later.